Happy Valentine's Day, Remy.
Nope.
It's a season of love, everybody.
It's a made-up day for losers.
To express your love for one another and all those
You can
around
do that
you.
any day.
And for comics.
Since when?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Comics Etc. Valentine's Day special.
I didn't want a part of this, if you can tell.
Look, it's a loose concept that we have where I just thought we should talk about relationships and love in comics.
Well, you come dressed as a poo. Why are you brown?
I like my t-shirt.
And you didn't fix your nose, so it's not getting better.
Oh, God. And look, as a... and just so, look, everyone, Teddy is back for this episode because I guess he's going to become our new, theme mascot. He even got a brand new t-shirt for it and everything.
Yeah,
so
one that doesn't stink.
Doesn't stink. I thought I'd start off this episode by asking you a question. Do relationships ruin comics? Not like in general, like people, it can.
Well, no, they need them because it has the... Don't put your arms like that. They have to have the drama and they have to have stuff that people can relate to.
Yeah.
So a lot of people obviously have been through good times, bad times, heartache, divorce. And it's part of life. So people like reading it because it makes them feel like they're people too.
Now, the only reason I ask, a lot of people feel like the marriage of Peter Parker and Mary Jane ruined the character. And in the early 2000s, Joe Quesada, who was running Marvel at the time, made it his mission to get rid of the marriage and make Peter Parker single again.
So they get divorced.
Aunt May was dead or dying. So Peter Parker made a deal with Mephisto to save Aunt May's life, but the deal was that him and Mary Jane couldn't be married or in love ever again.
But how does he get rid of that?
Well, he can't. They're still not together after all this time.
Yeah, but how did he annul it?
He just did it. He's Mephisto. He's magic.
Oh, well, that guy should be around more for people.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be a lot easier if it was like that.
Yeah, so at the time, it was kind of, the storyline was very not well received, but people were kind of okay with the concept of it. I gotta say, in hindsight now, going all the way back and reading the story since One More Day was the name of the story, since that story,
One more day.
I think they made a massive mistake, and I miss Peter Parker being in a relationship.
But he is in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, he is in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Remember, he's married and has a kid and everything.
He is, but in the mainstream universe, he's not. And to prove my point, Lois and Clark have been married now in Superman now since the 90s, and I think the characters are stronger now because of it.
That sounded weird when you said Lois and Clark.
It actually did. It felt weird saying it. Say Lois and Clark.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah, it sounds weird. So I think that relationships actually enhance comics, and I think all the people thinking that you should be single.
Well, there's been, there was the X-Men has had a few weddings, hasn't it?
Yeah, so we asked everyone's best friend GPT?
Read it, it's right
to
in front
give us
of
a
you.
list of some of the famous comic book couples, and I thought we could just go down the list and have a bit of a talk about it. It gave us it as a number 1 to 20.
But I don't think they're in order.
No, I don't think they are.
They're just 20 that they could find.
Let's go Superman and Lois Lane. It's worked out well. Big fans. Spider-Man and Mary Jane Watson.
Spider-Man and Mary Jane Watson. You missed Batman and Catwoman.
No, the reason why I wanted to ask what your opinion is of Batman and Catwoman being a couple.
I haven't read the famous one where it was setting up that it was going to be a wedding and there was a huge, and then didn't it just get totally, it made a lot of people angry.
Yeah, they kind of got married later on, kinda.
Didn't they do there was a wedding album they brought out and everything, and then, so what actually happened?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. A lot of retailers commissioned covers for that thinking that it would sell a lot.
And it didn't?
It didn't. Oh, there are a lot of angry stores out there.
Okay, but what did they do in the comic? What actually happened?
So if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, so don't take this as gospel. It turned out to be a betrayal that Catwoman had planned for a while and then never intended to go through.
Well, she's not very trustworthy anyway, because she is a criminal.
But then I think the end of that run, of Tom King's run, they did love each other after, and I think they did get married, and on an alternate timeline type thing happened.
Oh, that's the way to do it, isn't it? So the prenup doesn't count when you're in an alternate time.
No, but I don't like it. To me, Batman and Catwoman shouldn't be a couple. They should just be friends with times where they go to the movies together. Yeah, exactly. So that's my opinion of Batman and Catwoman. I don't think they should be together.
That's when you can see some people it works for and others it can ruin the comic.
Yeah. Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor, not much to say.
Oh, he's the guy that washes up on the.
Yeah, he's the guy.
And then he's in because even in all the reboots, he always rocks
Yeah,
up. But she doesn't necessarily fall in love with him in all of. Like I think on Dead Earth, she kind of likes him, if I remember correctly, but they're not romantically.
Yeah, do they keep breaking up? Like, how does that? Because they're not together all the time.
Well, and he technically wasn't allowed on the island.
No.
Because it was.
He's never allowed in Ireland.
Only.
He's done something. Oh, top of the morning.
Steve Trevor,
Oh,
you've been naughty.
I just touched my nose, by the way, and it hurt.
Oh, it's red as anything.
Okay.
So it's like people might be thinking, is the sun on his face?
Flash and Iris West.
Ah, red things flash.
Love this couple.
I've never read
This is my
anything
favorite.
with
This
Flash.
is one of those. Flash and Iris have been married now for decades. Shows that it can work. They're happy. It's good. Green Lantern and Carol Ferris. Ooh, controversial. They break up. They fight a lot. Very controversial relationship. Very real. Yep. She's his boss. Oh. And like they get together and they don't get together.
Nope.
Cyclops and Jean Grey. Classic couple, but it's followed up by Wolverine and Jean Grey. Who do you prefer Jean with? Wolverine
I
Cyclops?
don't know enough to comment on either.
It was alluded.
I feel like Wolverine would hurt her in many ways because he's got claws.
Hey, fun fact, at the start of Hickman's run, he alluded to the fact that Cyclops, Wolverine and Jean Grey were in a throuple. I think he's since come out and said they weren't in a throuple, but no, they're a bit of a fun time up in Krakoa for those ones.
But it's like, but he did it intentionally and then just says no.
And you know what? It's okay for love can go both ways. You can love more than one person at once,
Deadpool
and I think Jean
Vanessa
does.
Carlton.
When does that? We'll get to it. Arthur and Mera, that's another good one that's lasted the test of time.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
This is all DC and Marvel. What about like other?
I've got my
Yeah,
list.
good, because I was getting a bit bored of this.
No, that's what we'll do it quick. Daredevil and Elektra, another classic one.
Oh yeah,
I like that one.
That one's always. Are they or are they not?
Yep. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Vanessa Carlton. So it says on the list Deadpool and Vanessa Carlton. I reckon.
Who is that actually?
Domino?
Oh yeah.
Or one of those.
No, I think
not
you're
Domino.
right.
You guys will correct me. I always loved the love story of Deadpool and Death. Deadpool and Thanos hate each other because Deadpool and Thanos both love death. Now the reason why Thanos loves death is because of the clicking of the fingers thing. But Deadpool's always been in love with death because he just wants to die because he can't.
Yeah, he's eternally stuck in
Really
the loop.
good, like that was a really good storyline point for Deadpool. Oh, this is one of the best ones of all time, Rogue and Gambit.
Well, yeah, that.
Love it.
Comics called that.
Spicy couple. The Atom and Gene Loring. I'm not going to talk about it.
Luke Cage and
Don't
Jessica
ask questions.
Jones is a classic as well.
Luke Cage and Jessica Jones in Alias is one of the best, most real-world love stories you'll ever see. Like the way they meet, how they kind of like each other and have a kid, but then they end up together. Oh, love it. Alias is brilliant. That does real-life love story brilliantly, that one. Starfire and Dick Grayson, get out of Tid. Chat GDP. Starfire and Dick Grayson, it's Batgirl and Dick Grayson.
I'm not high-fiving you for something I don't care about.
She just likes a little bit of Dick Grayson. Green Arrow and Black Canary, that one's fantastic, love that one. And we're going to finish off the Chat GPT list with Scarlet Witch and Vision. Are they still together?
It's not real.
Look, that's what Chat GPT said, but...
You're struggling with that one, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, because what is it? Is it GPT?
It is.
Okay.
Why is it GPT?
But we made up our own list. Oh, what's this? Oh, here's a card I made for you, Remy. I made you a card.
You didn't make that.
No, I did. I made them a card.
That's written by a 4-year-old.
No, just open up the card. I wrote you a card.
Is the crappiest. When have I ever had a mohawk? Yep. What?
What does it say?
Ugh. No.
No, you got to read it to the
No, don't touch me.
I did a lot
you
of
can't
effort.
reach it. It's garbage. We'll put it in the bin.
Just a little Valentine's Day card I made him. He made nothing for me, so...
Because I don't care. It's not real.
Here's a list we were working on earlier that we thought would be really good. Of some stuff that we knew Chat GPT would not
And just stuff that's
include.
not mainstream.
One of my favorite of all time is the couple from Saga, Alana and Marco. If you've never read that, oh, so good.
There they are.
There they are. So the basic story is these guys, they only sort of kind of like each other, but they're from two warring planets.
And you can't spoil. It's just a big journey.
No, they have this baby and they decide, well, I guess we've got to go on the run because we've had a baby.
And it's like an illegal alien
Yeah,
sort of thing.
we don't even know if we like each other at this point, but they make a go of it. One of the best
Still
love stories
going.
in comics.
Still going.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oops. One of the greatest. Love it. If you've never read Saga, you'll really like it. Walking Dead?
I mean, look, the romance isn't high, but there is...
Rick and Andrea.
What about Glenn and... No,
Yeah, Glenn and Maggie.
Yeah.
That was really good. But my one that I chose from this is Rick and Andrea.
Yeah.
Because they both
Or is
went
it
through...
Andrea?
Andre the Giant.
Oh, the wrestler.
Yeah, they both went through so much, and then at the end of the series, well, not the end of the
Wait, so Rick Grimes and the wrestler did, or
yeah, they went through so much, but they ended up just finding each other, and it was really good how they just settled into each other's lives. I loved it. That was one of my favorite ones. Sex Criminals,
so funny.
one of the best comics you'll ever read that we don't talk
We
about
would
on
love
the show.
to talk about it more, but it's very naughty
Algorithm.
and yeah,
It's very naughty. But Susie and John from that, love it. If you've never read Sex Criminals, read it. If you are over 18. If you are under 18, go to bed. It's party bedtime. I put on here Booster Gold and Blue Beetle because friends can love each other in a non-loving way. Sometimes best friends.
We're not best friends. Which
We
part
are
of
best
that
friends.
don't you understand?
Well,
Just
we are
because you're
best
saying it
friends.
on camera doesn't make it real.
Sometimes best friends can have a bond that is just very loving.
I like James Bond. I don't like this Bond.
Mystique and Destiny.
Yep.
Did you know about them? Together since their very first appearance in Uncanny X-Men, like 131. One of the greatest love stories. Destiny knows she's going to die, but she still sticks with Mystique.
Well, that's
she's
crap.
Since come back from
So
death.
she's got to look
Brilliant
after
story,
her.
really good.
Crap life.
Ross and Rachel from Friends.
That's not a comic.
Yeah, but you know, Ross and Rachel from Friends.
No.
Yeah.
Then you just start listing anything. Elvis and peanut butter. Like, we're not going to talk about people that love. Yeah.
Do you think Joey should have stuck with Dawson?
I
or
didn't
Pacey?
like you talking to the wrong person.
Really?
No, I just like Katie Holmes. That's it.
All right. What about? Do you think Buffy should have stuck with Angel or Spike?
Which one wore the leather jacket, or did they both
They
wear it?
both wore leather jackets.
Oh,
They're
damn it.
vampires.
Spike had cooler hair.
Yeah. Okay.
Angel was a bit like a broody baby. So
Yeah. Good
now
question
this
for
could
everyone.
be which way does
All right.
he feel like it, or what? Like who feels like what on what
Yeah.
day?
All right.
So Joker,
Joker and Harley.
and
Or
Poison
Harley. Hang on. Or Harley or Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
So Joker and Harley.
Because I
or
don't
Harley
think
and Poison
I
Ivy.
don't think Poison Ivy's ever gone near Joker in that.
No.
Well, everyone's gonna say Joker and
See, I don't
Harley
reckon. I
because
think they'll
they're
go-
crazy and they're like Bonnie and Clyde, but
I think they've had more time hating each other than they have loving each other. So I would go with Harley and Poison Ivy.
yeah.
Because yeah, Joker was too instrumental in her becoming a bad guy, and then she fell out of love with him pretty quickly. So that's my opinion on that one.
Comic though, not-
Authority, Midnighter, and Apollo.
Ooh, not that
That's a
one.
really good one. You would know about it if you actually went and read Authority. You
Yeah,
would
I
love
know.
that
I'm
team.
just saying. I thought you were going to do that one, and I said Oi Nugs, but not for the.
No, but this one, Invincible. Adam, Eve, and Mark. Grayson.
Well, I was telling you
Invincible.
that at the start though, he wasn't with Adam
wasn't
and
either.
Eve, and he was into. I forget her name. Nathan will tell me.
See, that's the thing. I always thought he was. I always thought he was like, oh.
No, she would come in, and she was trying to be good, and he was trying to be good, but then it just happened.
Yeah. One of the classic ones, Hawkman and Hawkgirl. This one's.
Well, that makes
tearjerker.
sense because it's like
Do you
they're
know the
both
story of
hawks. Yeah, they were hawks that flew, and they went on the same path, and
Yep.
they were migrating to Egypt, and they made it.
That's actually quite close, yeah. So you don't know the story?
No.
Oh, don't you? It's actually really good.
Is it?
They're in love for eternity.
Oh, cool.
So every time one of them dies, because they constantly get resurrected.
No, see, that's dumb.
No, it's not. So they keep finding each other in the new lives after they get reborn.
Oh, how
It's-
boring.
It's really nice.
Is it? So
Yeah.
you got to go on a big journey to do the same thing and then die and do it again.
Yes, that's exactly what that is.
Sounds
but they always
great.
find each other.
Yeah, well, if I die, I don't want to find you, so just leave me alone.
Okay, and I got two weird love stories that I wanted to put here. I'm going to say this is the unrequited love. Bone and Rose from the comic Bone.
Yeah, I haven't read it.
Bone is that little guy, this little bone.
Casper the Ghost, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. He falls in love with the human in the story, and it's so cute because he's just so smitten with her. And she's a human, so obviously she doesn't
But
have
he's a
feelings.
ghost. Is she going to
God.
touch him?
So, and another big unrequited love story that I've always enjoyed is Namor and Invisible Woman. Like
But how
that.
do you know she's there?
Well, that's the thing. She's never there for him.
But she could cheat with anyone. She's invisible. She could go anywhere.
Wish you could go invisible right now because you're ruining the moment.
Well, I'm just saying. Think about it.
That's a really nice one for me because he loves her so much.
But I know, but then she could be spying on him. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Is there any more you can think of?
Scott Pilgrim.
That's a really good one. Yes.
Yep, because that's a battle for Ramona Flowers.
Yeah. And who do you wish that he ended up with?
Well,
Knives or?
Well, I would pick Ramona because if she's, well, I don't know now, I've thought about it. It's because if she's had that many boyfriends, a bit of trouble.
It's 2025, mate. You can have as many boyfriends and girlfriends as you want.
Yeah, but if you got to fight them all, that's a lot of work.
That's the thing. Did she make good choices earlier on in the thing? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But such a good book.
Yeah, I wish she would do, well, Snot Girl is good, but it's not.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Look, if you guys can think of any other really cool, quirky...
Yeah. We're looking around because we're just trying to see if there's any. Because obviously we've missed some, so put them in the comments.
Oh, tons. But the more interesting ones, like, Superman, Lois, it's good, stable, but a little bit boring. Any in, like, manga or Junji stories or anything like that?
Junji's not about that, you idiot.
Well, nothing like that in your manga that you've ever read?
There would be like a billion romance ones, but I ain't gonna read them.
There are a lot of saucy ones out there.
There's a bit naughty.
There's very naughty ones out there.
Yeah, where people, there's definitely not just people
I'm looking on the wall right now trying to find one of the ones that are wrapped that you do not unwrap in the store because it has naughty stuff inside.
Do you like big girls?
Do you like big girls is one of them? Yep. That's one.
And there's a heap.
Succubus and Hitman.
Yeah, I think it's a very big topic in...
What about the Hellboy universe? Is there anyone?
Well, there's Hellboy in Love. He has there's a whole comic.
Who does Hellboy love?
I didn't read it because I didn't care.
Doesn't he in love with one of the...
Oh, yeah, Liz...
Hayes?
No, Liz Sherman.
Oh.
Yeah, she's the
Peabody
fire girl.
and Sherman.
Shut the oh man, if I could swear way more in this show, I would.
Yeah, that's a good one actually.
It's Liz Sherman, so she's from the BPRD. And yeah, in the movie, I think because remember who plays her in the movie? It's Selma Blair from Cruel Intentions that we mentioned before.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Great movie.
First Hellboy.
Great movie.
Don't watch the latest one.
Oh, really?
Hot garbage.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there's so many. Like, we could sit here for hours and waste our time, but we're not going to because who cares?
Listen, Mr. Grump, now that we've finished our Valentine's Day special, thank you, Teddy, for enjoying us. That was a fun episode.
Is he going to say anything?
No, he's not. He's
not even his special catchphrase.
Damn boy.
Yeah, make him say it.
Yeah. There you go. Damn boy. There we go.
That's our boy.
That's our boy right there. Well, it was a fun episode, wasn't it?
No.
God, miserable old man. All right, well, everyone, thank you so much for watching our Valentine's Day special, and we'll be here for what's next. What comes after Valentine's Day?
It's like Diamond Day. Ooh, too early.
Yeah, too early.
Trying to do a heart, but
an Easter special.
Working. What are we going to talk about? Bunnies in comics.
I have no idea.
That's not going to work.
No, there's no Easter special. That's it, everyone. We'll catch you for next special event. We'll see you soon. Bye.